Maybe I can help you.
Every Monday.
The Mac Live.
809.
97.9 Radio 1.
We're kind of mad about music on this programme as well. This is from Hefner. I say, that's Hefner of the Throbbing Loins and their current single on 2 Pure Records, Christian Girls. I am not, I have to say, an Arsenal supporter, but I'm so pleased that they whacked Deportivo this evening, mainly because of that ludicrous penalty that Deportivo won. The fellow should have been sent off rather than given a penalty in that way. Disgraceful. Anyway, this is Bisque, and it's a track from an LP called Substancia 2, possibly Substancia in the Spanish manner, on Quatermass Records. Walk along the road, avoiding the puddles. This track, special low price on Quatermass Records, the LP Substantia 2, and that's Bisque. Is it Bisque? Yeah, it is Bisque. Walk along the road avoiding the puddles. Tonight's session, it's a repeat of the session from whenever it was by Elastica. I ought to know better than that. Have we got Lynn's notes? I'll read you Lynn's notes in just a moment. This is Generator.
Dead in the water. I'll see you later, alligator.
And there's a version of that on the LP, of course. That's Elastica and Generator, the first from them. And I'd forgotten about that cue, that See You Later Alligator cue in it, because I should have followed that with Bill Haley and the Comets and See You Later Alligator. Instead of which, having missed the my opportunity, I follow it with Tacoma Radar on And More Sound Records. It's Getting Dark. Actually, it's already quite dark, I'd say. Glasgow. From Glasgow, it's always Glasgow, isn't it? Tacoma Radar, 7-inch single on And More Sound Records, and that's called It's Getting Dark, one of 3 tracks on a 7-inch. And next week's sessions, on Tuesday it's Leica, on Wednesday it's Luke Slater live from our Maida Vale studios, and on Thursday it's Mira Calix. And for the Luke Slater thing from the Maida Vale studios, we've got 10 pairs of tickets to give away. Not tickets exactly, but I mean 10... no, we'll stick with tickets for the time being. It's too difficult to explain. And we're going to have a competition fairly soon, during which you'll be given the opportunity to win one of these 10 pairs of ticket-like things. And there's no point, obviously, in entering the competition or trying to enter the competition unless you can come to London next Wednesday evening for the Luke Slater thing at Maida Vale. And when we do get round to doing the competition, there's going to be a phone number, which is, Anita, you might just, for those of you who want to write it down now so you're ready to go.
08700 100 100.
Did you get that? 08700 100 100. That's all? That's all? Do they have to do anything else?
And then just press option 1.
And then press option 1. Did you get that? 08700 100 100 and press option 1. Or you can email us here at Peel Acres. Flossie's on the emails. Well, she's not actually at the moment. She's playing patience because there haven't been any emails. And the address there is john.peel@bbc.co.uk. And last time I played this record, we had a bit of a discussion about what machetes actually were. And we decided that it must be like machetes, you know. This is on Addis Records, 7-inch single. Dub Conquer Evil is the title of it, by the Restless Machetes. Restless Machates in the house, or in the garden at least, on Addis Records, 7-inch single, an import from Kingston, Jamaica. Dub Conquer Evil is the title of it. And here's another track from the Flying Saucer Attack LP. I know it's from last year, you know, but we can afford to look back in time as well as look forward, I think. From Flying Saucer Attack, from their LP Mirror, Star City. As Anita just pointed out, we should be looking for a new session from them, I think. Flying Saucer Attack from the LP Mirror, and that's called Star City. Now, Lynn in London taking care of business. We're about to do the competition, so stand by, because Lynn is going to be personing the phones. 08700 100 100, option 1, don't forget. And Flossie at this end is going to be doing the emails, john.peel@bbc.co.uk. 10 pairs of tickets to give to see Luke Slater exclusively, I suppose I have to put exclusively in there at some stage, live on this programme next Wednesday night in our Maida Vale studios. So logically you have to be available to come to Meadowvale on Wednesday. So if you're going to be on a skiing holiday in Austria, don't bother to enter the competition. And it's dead simple, really, and it is precise. The question is this. In 1994... Luke Slater released an LP called The Four Cornered Room, but it wasn't just by Luke Slater. Well, I mean, it was in essence, as far as I can tell, but it was as by Luke Slater's something something, like you might say Luke Slater's Rolling Stones or Luke Slater's anything that you fancy, really. Obviously, it wasn't Rolling Stones, so don't try that one. But it was Luke Slater's something something, the 1994 LP, The Four Cornered Room, and 08 700 100 100 option 1 or john.peel@bbc.co.uk could win you one of 10 pairs of tickets to see Luke in action next Wednesday night in London. And here's a track from that LP, in fact. Right, the track's called Trite by Luke Slater's from 1994. The LP, The Four Cornered Room. You have to tell me what the is, and you could win one of 10 sets of 2 tickets to see Luke Slater doing his stuff for us on Wednesday night in our Maid of Vale studios. And the phone number again, 08 700 100 100, option 1, or email john.peel@bbc.co.uk. And I suppose we take, 5 from each source. Is that the way we're going to do it? I mean, that seems only fair, doesn't it? We can't really do it through the post, can we? Because, frankly, it would all be over by the time the mail arrived. Who's pushing your swing, baby, since Daddy been gone?
Who's pushing your swing, babe, since I've been gone? Who's pushing your swing, babe, since I've been gone? I know you've been swinging, and you can't swing alone. Slow down, low down, crying shame. Low down, crying shame. I know you've been swinging, not calling my name. Oh, shame, low down, crying shame. I know you've been swinging, you're not calling my name. Now go. Since I've been gone, who's pushing your swing, babe? Since I've been gone, I know you've been swinging, you can't swing alone. Who's pushing your swing, babe? Since Daddy been gone. Who's pushing your swing, baby? Since Daddy been gone. I know you've been swinging, and you can't swing alone. Oh, who's pushing your swing, honey? Somebody been pushing your swing. I know somebody done been pushing your swing, baby.
Absolutely, that's Gene Vincent from millions of years ago, and Who's Pushing Your Swing. And an email here from Deborah, and it says, I've got loads of work to do for college tomorrow, and I was wondering if you could play anything to lift my spirits as I continue into the night. My name's Deborah Kirkham, and I go to St John Dean's College in Cheshire. A big hello to everyone at Radio 1. We don't know everybody at Radio 1, actually, and some of them don't speak to us. Facts have to be told. Anyway, where are we now? This is for Deborah, and I think it will lift your spirits a bit. It was a hit for Trio in 1982, Da Da Da, and this is the cover of it by Elastica in session tonight.
What you do and what you don't, what you will and what you won't, what you can and what you can't. This is what you've got to know. Maybe though it didn't show. Ich lieb dich nicht, du lässt mich nicht. 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 Da, da, da. You went away. Understand you couldn't stay. Wonder where you are today. After After all is said and done, it was right for you to run. Ich lieb dich nicht, du lässt mich nicht. 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 Da, da, da. 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 Don't love you, don't love me. Da, da, da. Don't love you, don't love me. Da, da, da. Don't love you, don't love me. Da, da, da. Don't love you, don't love me. Da, da, da. 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 Da, da, da.
Multilingual Elastica in session, and there's a version of that on the LP as well, by the way. That's Da Da Da. And we've had two correct entries at our end. I don't know how many correct entries Lynn's had on the phone. 08 700 100 100, option 1. But we've had two at john.peel@bbc.co.uk. And we had to make the question, not too easy, really, because we'd like Luke Slater fans to come to it and not people who are worried about frankly, the Brit results or something like that. This next record, Lynn, if you're listening, has got one of those anxiety-causing moments, which when you hear it, you'll see exactly what I mean. But it's an excellent record, and don't panic because there's nothing wrong. Well, I don't think there's anything wrong, and if there is, no, let's just press on. This is Ray Keith on Dread Records from the LP Classified. It's called Brutal. Daddy doing a little involuntary mixing there. That's Ray Keith on Dread Recordings from the LP Classified. Brutal is the title of it. You see the moment that, several moments actually, that could have caused anxiety amongst the engineering staff. Right, one of the great pleasures for me of a Thursday night is rushing up. I'm doing a radio... Oh, never mind. One of the great pleasures for me on a Thursday night is rushing home and, in the words of the old song, rolling in my sweet baby's arms. And here's a song for her.
Your precious love means more to me than any love could ever be. For when I wanted you, I was so lonely and so blue. For that's what love will do. that you were fooling me. And darling, they say that our love won't grow, but I just want to tell them that they don't know. For as long as you're in love with me, our love will grow wider and deeper than any sea. And oh, while I was wanting you, girl, oh, for that's what love can do. And every night that I go to bed, I dream wonderful dreams of you. And
From 1963, Garnett Mims and the Enchanters, and that's For Your Precious Love, one of the great songs, actually. I mean, I've never heard a bad version of For Your Precious Love. There may be one, but as I say, I've never heard it. I think I could probably sing it fairly well myself. Plus, that's going too far. Chemical Underground's 5th birthday. We've finished, by the way. We've got all of the correct answers that we need to the Luke Slater competition. So we're closing down. We're not closing down the emails, but we're closing down competition aspects of the emails. And also, there's no point in ringing Lynn any longer either. We've got all of the winners we need. But thanks to all of those people who entered the competition. Right, Chemical Underground 5th birthday at the Garage in Glasgow. The label's holding a special birthday party on Sunday, March the 12th at the Garage in Glasgow, as I keep emphasising, with short sets from Arab Strap, the Delgados, Magoo, Biss, Mogwai, Area, Graham, Suckle, and a bit of DJing from me. Highlights will be broadcast in a special show on Tuesday the 14th of March. Tickets are available from various outlets, which are listed on chemical.demon.uk. You don't have to put the in there, that was me. chemical.demon.co.uk. Chemical spelt with a K, as I'm sure you know by now. And one of the ensembles playing there, as I mentioned, Area, Graham.
so how can I explain
have to admit I'm now salivating horribly because the pig brought in some rather nice sorbet, which I was eating while all that was going on, but it does mean that you salivate unpleasantly. That was Areogram on Baba Yaga Records, and Hatred was the title of it. And the names of the winners, and we've got more winners actually than we needed, but at the same time it is a bit churlish to reject any of them, so we'll find space for the others as well. And they are Rod Aitchison, Edinburgh, John Seeley, Portsmouth, Matt Evans, Liverpool, Mick Ashman, Sheffield. He gets in everywhere, that Ashman. Neil Othen, it looks like, in Southampton. Andrew Russell Gebbett in Colchester. Adam Riches, a.k.a. Shed Dweller. I used to live in a shed, Adam. It's nothing to be ashamed of. Spencer Thompson in Oxford. Harry Munro, Stephen Tucker, Jamie McFarlane, Camberley, it says. I think it must be an address rather than a name. Mark Cresdy, Gosport in Hampshire, and John and Dom. And the noise in the background is Anita eating her sorbet. My mother used to live in Jameson Street in Notting Hill Gate. This is Jameson. My goodness me, what a busy programme this is. Jameson from Beeros Records of Birmingham, a 3-single set, and that's called Black Dairy Squeeze. And the pig has just brought in another email, actually, from somebody else who's trying to enter our competition. And the answer, by the way, was... What was the answer, anyway? It was, the 7th plane was the answer. And we got an answer here from an email from Cornwall, from Dom Brenchley, who got the answer wrong, actually, but the pig said she felt so sorry for him that we'd ask him to come anyway. There probably will be room. I think that's a decent kind of human response, don't you think? So, Don Brenchley will be in touch with you. And Flossie said that I wasn't to say that she'd felt sorry for you too. This is Rob Life. Am I in trouble?
American City Hall, we have brought you another of his weekly talks to the people.
That's Rob Life. OK, we're rolling. It's a 7-inch single on Breaking Bread Records. It says the Breaking Bread label is a new venture by the boys behind the funk, hip-hop, breakdance night from Brixton, London. The first release on the new label brings the vibe of the club night onto vinyl. So there you are, and that's the A-side of it. And I'll probably play you the B-side as well at some stage because it's excellent. Where are we now? The emails continue to pour in, and obviously we've got all of the winners we need now. But here's one from Element, and it says it's addressed to our new friend John. Can you mention for us a couple of gigs that Element have got coming up? They're some distance away, it must be said. The first one is the 21st of April at the Goodnight Cafe, the Goodnight Club rather, in Nelson, Lancashire. There's Homeland. And then on the 4th of May, Manchester Roadhouse. The 9th of June, the Wychwood Ashton-under-Lyne. And there's one at the Night and Day Cafe in Manchester sometime in April, yet to be confirmed. I'll try and remember to read those out again at another time. And the J goes on to say, my dad, Stan, cheered when Flying Saucer Attack was on because he loves them. Can you dedicate the next record to him, as he would love it? Well, I hope he will. It's the next one from Elastica. They're in session tonight, and it's another track that occurs on the LP. This is Mad Dog.
Credit card, make you charge complete. Don't want you on your back, I just got on my feet. Don't want the same boy another time. Try to make enough, I want to make you mine. Same boy another day. I want to get you there. Same boy another day. I want to myself, gonna get it undone. Think myself, gonna credit card made me charge complete. So once you on your back, I just got on my feet. Don't want the same boy another time. Don't bother making love. I want to make you mine. You know where from my man. Just because I can. You know where another time. I want to be myself, gonna get in your way, yeah. Be myself, gonna get it done. Be myself, gonna get in your way, yeah. Be myself, you're the one. You're the one. You're the one. You're the one. Give me one last one.
That's Elastica, and a version of a song that also occurs on the LP. In fact, it's the opening track on the Menace LP, Elastica and Mad Dog. And we've had increasingly frantic emails from Kid Ballantyne in Norfolk. And, well, it's young people and, you know, the demand, the insistence upon instant gratification. He says, Wednesday night I listened to Music Expectation and still no sign of the esteemed Cuban Boys B-side Patsy Prozac. Perhaps I should explain the massive necessity for me of hearing this song. By various strange coincidences involving email correspondence, ex-teletext writers and mutual fondnesses for pseudo-philosophical comments, I ended up appearing on this mysterious track in sample vocal form. The Cubans, bless them, even paid me for the pleasure. But due to stalled release dates and other red tape shenanigans, I still haven't heard this sonic concoction. And then I therefore implore you to keep your word. That is the one from last Thursday's show when you said it would be played to make a young sixth former very happy. Listen, what made you think we weren't going to do it? But you must learn patience, you know, and kind of control and discipline. It's very, very important. I try and impress this on my own children. Do they listen to me? Do they hell? This is from the Cuban Boys, Patsy Prozac. No, hold on a second, it's not. After all of that. I have put it in the machine, though.
Thank
powers as old as time itself. They had mastered the ultimate technology, the ability to alter physical reality by will alone. They called this ability tuning. But they were dying. Their civilization was in decline. And so they abandoned their world, seeking a cure for their own mortality. Their endless journey brought them to a small blue world in the farthest corner of the galaxy. Our world. Here they thought they had finally found what they had been searching for.
Very good for loading the dishwasher too, the Pete said. You should have left that to me. That's my job. One of the things I look forward to every night. In effect, on Infinity Records. Oh, dear. Physical Reality is the title of that. Physical spelt in a rather whimsical manner. Before that, it was the Cuban Boys from their Inertia Kicks EP and Patsy Prozac. And I hope you heard yourself in that, Kit Ballantyne, if you're still listening. And one here, an email from Simon Colby in Lowestoft. I hope you'll excuse an entirely self-indulgent, I can't even say it, indulgent email. Today is the occasion of my 33rd birthday, and rather than taking the sensible option of retiring to the nearest pub in the company of sympathetic friends, I'm stuck at home graphic designing for a deadline tomorrow morning. Well, we have a lot of sympathy with you, actually, Simon, because, I mean, obviously, you know, in a sense, I'm working as well, except what I'm doing, I imagine, is a great deal more fun than graphic designing, and I feel bad about that. But because you're a Suffolk boy yourself, here are some rather dodgy Suffolk boys on pink vinyl. Speeder Wax Records on pink vinyl, as I hinted previously, along with people like Vanilla Pod. I beg your pardon. Vanilla Pod, Sun Factor, Turtlehead, and others. That's Love Junk from Ipswich, and I hope they're going to be at Portman Road on Saturday. It's Portsmouth, is it, Pig?
Yes.
And then
on Tuesday.
Blackburn.
Blackburn.
Right, okay. Getting very exciting, all of this, of course. And an email here. I think this is the first request I've ever had for a fetus. It says, thanks for the excellent session last night from the Samurai 7, one of those that started great and got greater. I seem to have missed their previous work, and I'm very curious about their own songs. We'll be in touch with you about that, Kevin Hartley. Well, Anita, the producer, probably will be. And can you play a track for me and my wife as we're celebrating the first scan of our first child due in September? Keep up the good work. And I suppose from a gynecological point of view, Let It Slide would have been a more appropriate title, but we've already passed that one. So let's move on to A Lot of Ifs. This is from the Remote Viewer, from the EP Quiet is the New Loud on 555 Records of Leeds. The Remote Viewer, and that's on 555 recordings of Leeds, and the track is called A Lot of Ifs. Now, I know I've told you this story before, but I used to live many, many years ago in Dallas, Texas, and in the evenings I used to go for a drive, go driving around Dallas, going to drive-ins and things, and I'm afraid, trying to pick up young women in a rather clumsy and oafish and unsuitable fashion, I don't doubt. And I used to drive around in a car driven by my mate Edgar from Waco, Texas, and his friend Valley that he worked with would be there with us, and the three of us would whiz around with a six-pack of Country Club malt liquor, singing along with country records on the radio. And if there weren't any on the radio, then we would sing. It would make we'd sing them amongst ourselves. And one of the tunes that we used to sing a lot was "Sparkling Brown Eyes." And it wasn't until about 6 or 7 years ago that I actually heard the record of it, and I'm very pleased to get a copy of it. And I have played this before. 7 or 8 years ago, in fact, when I first got it. But always worth hearing. Webb Pierce, "Sparkling Brown Eyes."
There's a ramshackle shack in old Caroline. It's calling me back. To the girl of mine. Those two brown eyes. I'm longing to see. Beautiful dove, I'd fly to the arms of the one that I
can't sing it now, but I used to be able to sing it in that 48 Mercury with Edgar and Valley, that's for sure. Webb Pierce and Sparkling Brown Eyes, and an email here from Andy Tiggs Kitching, whose 23rd birthday it is today. Many happy returns of the day, Andy. And one here too from Tony the Wrinkly one, he signs himself, Tony Trent, says, the last time I heard a band from my hometown of Poole on your programme was over 20 years ago when you played Language School by the Tours. What a good record that was too. I'll try and dig that one out over the weekend and play it next week. Can you make amends? Only one M in amends, Tony. By mentioning Circa or Kirker, if you'd rather be pedantic and classical about it, and Autumn, two of the best in the guitar field from the Bournemouth Pool area, who are playing at the Joiners in Southampton tomorrow. Only one M in tomorrow, Tony. Friday night. We'll be immensely impressed if you can give us a couple of our bands a mention and a play one day. Well, I look forward to being able to do that. Completely lost my place now. Oh, here's, is this the last one from Elastica? No, it's not. There's one more. The penultimate number, therefore, from Elastica. And once again, there is a version of that on the Menace LP. This is Your Ass, My Place.
Come in with the big drum straight away, Jess. 1, 2. baby.
Oh, right, there you go. That's Elastica in session. Your Ask My Place. And while that was going on, I was given a great bollocking by the pig, who said that I should apologise to Tony for correcting his spelling. And she was so enraged that she's gone out to try and find the Tours language school record, and so that I can play it and make amends, really, by playing it before the end of tonight's programme. This is DJ Food, or it will be in just a moment. DJ Food featuring Ken Nordine, the ageing young rebel.
His name. Wanted to be different. Well, he stayed the same. Yet he couldn't. He just couldn't. No matter what he would try. Told by his mother, an aging old thing, you better go see Clever. You give Clever a ring. Which he did. Called him up. Just so Mama wouldn't cry. Clever heard his story, but different and the same. Said, you crazy? Is some silly game? No, it ain't. Like Mommy said, you gotta straighten out my head. Clever, you're so clever. Is your cleverness enough? Can you help this aging rebel? Do you really have the stuff? Bet you don't have. Bet you bread that you'll pass the buck instead. Clever sends our hero to a funny, darkened room, where a crowd of cunning listens, giggles in the gloom. That's your problem, aging rebel? Don't you really know the score? You crazy? You think you're gonna change this silly world? Better see yourself a shrink. Cunningly, they argue about our boy, who is breaking down the door. Now he's running down a dark, diabolical awaits. Grabs him by the ankle. Ain't it just like fate? Diabolical laughs in an alley full of soot. Forget the same. You'll be different now. Somewhat shorter on one side. Let go. Oh no. Would you? Diabolical inside? Panic in his brain pulls and gets away. Loses him a foot. It's a dark and evil day. See him running, limping blood. Something soft is just ahead. Something soft is gentle. He has fallen at her side. She comforts him with kisses. He dreams of suicide. Gentle is so gentle. Grabs the trouble by its root. bandages his stump, cuts off his other foot. So you see, it seems to me a gentle kind of cruelty. Aging rebels older, a little wiser maybe too. Gentleness has fixed him. Does he look like me and you? Footless and fancy-free. Think how happy Mom will be. Footless and fancy-free. Think how happy Mom will be.
There seem to be loads of LPs called Kaleidoscope around at the moment, and that's from one of them, DJ Food.
Some of the music we play is really not geared for your bumping enjoyment. It's geared for you to think. So for those of you who don't think too much, I'm just telling you about that shit before we drop it on you.
Well, I'm glad that you did. That's Ken Nordine, DJ Food featuring Ken Nordine, and DJ Food, it, him, he, them, currently working on some stuff for the programme. I'm not quite sure what. I'm not quite sure when we'll hear it, but it'll be interesting, I don't doubt. That's on Ninja Tunes Records, The Aging Young Rebel, and Ken Nordine himself also has made records in his own right, the most famous of these being an LP called Colours, which was reissued not all that long ago by Asphodel Records, and here's a minute and 30 seconds of Burgundy.
Burgundy is fat. Sorry to be so blunt, but that's Burgundy. Fat. Burstingly burgundy. So. But also soft. So fatly soft, so softly fat, that you begin to wonder, really, how does Burgundy, soft and as fat as it is, manage to keep up? Where does it hide its huffing and puffing and the deep drowsiness after the tall dinner? Come, Big Burgundy, what do you weigh? How much have you gained since the beginning? Beautiful burgeoning Burgundy, big Burgundy, fat as a Burgundy cat.
Hello, ladies. That's Ken Nordine, or Nordine, never quite sure which it should be, but Burgundy is the title of it, as I say, from an LP called Not Unreasonably Colours, which is on Asphodel Records. And on Liquefaction Records, again, from Norwich, this is Hydroplane. Jesus and Mary Chain, and that comes from the LP, the complete John Peel sessions on Strange Fruit Records, and it's called You Trip Me Up. And before that, it was Hydroplane on Liquefaction Records from Norwich and International Exiles. Is that you found the record we were looking for? And I've apologised to Tony, and he sent me another email saying that he's forgiven me. Is that okay now, then?
Yeah, I didn't mind. It's kind of nice out there.
No, but is it all right that I've now apologised
to
him?
Yeah,
I'm not asking about the weather, really. Let's try and keep up. Right, this is Freddie McGregor.
Oh, now, careful what you say and the things that you do. They're saying this and they're saying that, but we know just where it's at. Just like the old time saying, I know everything good fit chat. If you know what you're saying, be careful, better mind what you're doing. Be careful, got to keep working. I say no time for playing. Oh well, never bite the hands that feed you. You may need it again. Never give up on those who love you. They are your sacred friends. For Jaya, those who help themselves, yes, he will see you through. Do what you're doing and do it right. No make nothing stop you. If you know what you're saying, oh well, better mind what you do. Got to be careful. Got to keep working. Oh well, no time for playing. No. Remember, do unto others as you'd like them to you. What greater love can there be than to love your brother? It's true. Whoa, whoa, yeah, now. If you know what you're saying, oh yeah, better mind what you're doing. Be careful. Got to keep working. No time for playing. No. They're saying this and they're saying that, but we know just where it's at. Just like the old time saying, I know everything good fit chat, man. If you know what you're saying, oh well, better mind what you do. Got to be careful. Got to keep working. Work hard, no time for playing. No. Never bite the hands that feed you. You may need it again. Never give up on those who love you. They are the ones who care. Shy of those who help themselves. Yes, he will see you through. Do what you're doing and do it right. No make nothing stop you. If you know what you're saying, well, better mind what you're doing. Oh well, got to keep working. Work hard, no time for playing. No. Remember, do unto others as you'd like them to you. What greater love can there be than to love your brother? It's true. If you know what you're saying, that's true. Better mind what you're doing. Oh well, got to keep working. No time for playing. If you know what you're saying, oh, better mind what you're doing. What you do, got to keep working.
Dozens of emails pouring in, and obviously too many for me to sort out in the course of tonight's programme, for which, as always, I apologise, and I'll try and do my best with those which I've not incorporated in the programme over the weekend. That was Freddie McGregor on Fanatic Records from Kingston again, and that's called Know What You're Saying. And here's the last tonight from Elastica in session. This is a tune called KB. That's Elastica in session, the last from them, which is called KB. And as I said earlier on, the Pig was so outraged by my correcting Tony Trent's spelling in his email that she went and found the record that he mentioned, which was Language School by the Tours. And I'm in serious trouble, Tony, let me tell you this. And if I don't play it before the end of the programme, I'm going to be in even worse trouble. So... Right, so that's how it ends. Excellent record, though. I remember playing that a lot when it came out some 20 years ago. From the Tours, from Poole or Bournemouth or that sort of an area. That was Language School, and thanks very much to the Pig for finding that. And one of the highlights, actually, I mean, Thursday night's programmes for me are sort of the highlight of the week, but then after that, I very quickly take the dogs for a walk, or I take the dogs for a very quick walk, whichever is correct, and then Mrs. Ravenscroft and I retire to bed to listen to Andy Kershaw's programme. Ruben Gonzalez tonight, I think Anita, the producer, said, and that'll be coming up in something like 5 minutes' time. Before that and before the news, this is Jimmy Reed. The record actually does start like this. It's not me getting it wrong. 2 Ways to Skin a Cat.
There's two ways to skin a cat, baby. baby. Honey and wine monkey don't stop no show. As I see you gotta put you down, baby. Girl, I thought you ought to know. I hear you, boy. Baby, think you ought to know. Just wanna tell you, baby, one more. Just don't stop no show. There's two ways to skin a cat, baby. Honey and wine monkey don't stop no show. Since I see you gotta put you down, baby. Girl, I thought you ought to know. Play your box, boy.
It's never less than wonderful, really. Jimmy Reed and Two Ways to Skin a Cat. More fantastic stuff coming up next week. Thanks for listening. At 12 midnight, it's Matt Williams.
Pinochet is on his way back to Chile.
Radio 1 Newsbeat.
The former dictator, General Pinochet, will arrive back home later this morning. The Home Secretary said he was too ill to stand trial for torture charges. Human rights campaigners are outraged, but Mark Latimer from Amnesty International says that the whole episode will be a warning to other dictators.